elsewhere too. Maybe that's stop listening.
At this point, we do have a 5:30 session scheduled. That's only an hour. You know, we certainly weren't going to get into this level of discussion in an hour. So,
we had part of the challenge for all of this, we have so many different ballgames. It's not like there isn't another candidate for that time slot.
Absolutely.
That is really mission critical for the work of the council. So, and then, welcome to my help, in terms of scheduling and juggling all these different things. And I love all these different things with this stuff. It's like, how do you make a choice between these things? I think there needs to be some kind of message back to the full council and an opportunity for the full council to just sort of check in on what happened. And so what is that thing that they need to check in on? And we already have some different perspectives about this, how this meeting is happening. I just go back to my own hopes, in terms of procedure. The thing that will make this work is for the full council to come together. And if we don't have sessions where there's opportunities for the full council to talk substantively, like we just talk substantively together tonight, this is going to be really tough. It's just going to make the business meetings rhetorical and posturing. So my greatest hope is that we can create substantive meetings of the council like what happened tonight, but have critical mass of the council present. And I will be able to make every Monday night at your meeting. I hope other council members will come in and participate in this discussion. And you guys can keep it coherent and focused. We need those.
Appreciate your trust on that.
Well, we need to get critical mass that'll lead us to action. So the process discussion might be a good one, if nothing else. But I hope that would be a really short process.
Good.
It's an idea.
Other thoughts? Yeah. I have one other item under this agenda item, and that is the comment that we got tonight about Citizen Advisory Committee and the role of either the former group or some future advisory committee. Any thoughts on when and where we plug them in? I do think part of what I heard tonight is there's a need to acknowledge the work and participation that group did, and to thank them for their involvement, and maybe even to give them a status report of where we are right now. We don't need to resolve the question of whether there's an ongoing need for an advisory committee, but I'd like us to be open to that possibility. I don't have a proposal on where that fits in.
We need to celebrate the work they did do and to help get us to this point. So maybe if there's somewhere in here, as we're going through this process, kind of a natural spot to say, you know what, we just take a breath to say, look at where we've come and this is where we're going. That would be a really good time to invite them back in to say, okay, this is, you helped lay this foundation and this is where we're heading next. And then explain to them. When maybe we're a little clearer, maybe it's a couple steps down the road, but then just bring it back, share. That's always important to hear how their information was used and how it's implemented.
Comment?
So, it's always good to memorialize close the loop with people briefly if they're asking for that. There are some elements of the CAC process that continue. I'm surprised that there's confusion about. So it's like what I want to do most is to go forward rather than back. And from my own perspective, what I thought was the culmination of the CAC process was in the open house. And some people might have different perspectives about that, but just even from recent conversations, people, whenever we do anything, some people will put more emphasis on the products than others. I think we had there's some painful experience in terms of some confusion about the products from the CAC as being actual, like a path forward in terms of a project, or the numbers being definitive, or, I mean, that's the stuff that I want to avoid. And I want to go forward rather than back, because, you know, primary to that experience was trying to jumpstart some relationships that weren't working well. And we did that in some cases, but, you know, some folks, it didn't work.
So what I'd like to do would be to challenge Keith to draft a short little piece of communication that celebrates, that thanks, that acknowledges, and ask that you leave the signature blank for both Stephen and myself on that.
Sounds great. What I would also suggest is that we attach the committee's work plan and send that along to them, and
Sounds
invite
great.
them to participate as individuals in this process
great.
going forward.
Further representation of why he gets paid more than we do.
Yeah, yeah. So there is that old adage that you get what you pay for.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's it.
The responsibility comes along.
Any other business before the committee in the status report section? Is there something that you have to give to us?
I was just going to let you know that we had a couple of rezone applications, submitted comp plan amendment applications. Remember not very long ago, we agended and council set a deadline of Monday for comp plan amendment applications. We received at least two significant ones. One is a rezone of property near the auto mall, backing up to Wellington West, between the auto mall and Wellington West. There's 9 acres of vacant property there, and the owner has submitted a rezone request to rezone it from a multifamily zone to an auto service zone. Staff will be evaluating that and coming forward with recommendations to council about whether to go forward with that or not. And then Jim Morris submitted a rezone application for his property near the intersection of Kaiser and Harrison. It was one of our opportunity sites that we looked at through the CRA process, and he's requested a rezone to commercial designation. It was formerly PORM, Professional Office Multifamily Residential.
So the ink's not even dry.
We just started to hustle and as we go.
You know, that is the way the real world works, is you're planning, and you start over. That's where we are.
So what's the process with that? They've submitted them, there'll be a staff review.
And we'll come forward to council and ask you whether or not you would want to include these in your 2015 comprehensive plan update. For evaluation. If you say yes, then the applicant sends us the check for $3,000 and we move forward. If you say no, we kindly return their materials to them and they don't pay anything, and you go.
And that process is completed before the end of the year? Is that the
Yes,
timeframe?
Yeah, the comp plan process would become part of our comp plan update,
And it
our
includes,
annual update.
it includes public hearings. It
Sure.
goes to the planning commission.
Oh, yeah.
And the third item, which the finance committee is sending to the full council to change the capital facilities element of the comp plan. So that'll be also part of this amendment process, is the way I understand it.
Yes, our annual amendment process, correct.
Anything else on agenda item 40? So I see people packing up. Jim?
I just want to say I was nervous when I sat down, and I'm really happy that we had a great meeting, and I look forward to Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
With that, we're adjourned.